Hello, hello. How is everyone? I just need a couple more minutes just to see where I am, and hopefully I'll be live. Let me just, this is my nightmare with YouTube. Okay, let's see now. That's not what I wanted. It's still not showing I'm live, so I'll give it a few minutes. I can't respond to any questions. I don't know if anyone is on, but today we're going to be working on these star ornaments, and I'm sure you've seen them at Hobby Lobby. The color is slightly different. I changed it, and the back is uncolored, and we're going to work on both. Okay, thank you, Betty. I still don't have any idea of what we're doing, Betty. I can't find myself. I'll give it a few minutes and then we'll try again. So the first thing that this is the color they normally come. They come 4 to a pack. They're 4.92 inches by 4.83. They're normally $2.49, but I'm pretty sure I didn't pay that much. So this is the color they were, and we have 4 of them. I'm not sure how many I'm going to get through, but we're going to try. The first thing I did was, because these are kind of a wood, I used a multi-surface paint because I didn't want to use a primer, and I painted a lot of them. Let me see now if I'm, because I would like to see comments. Let's see. Nope, I'm still not live. I'll give it a few more minutes. I can't see myself. We'll see. Nope. I'll try again. Last week they were a bit slow. So if there are any questions, please, please, please save them until I can see them, and I will let you know when I see comments. So I used the multi-surface by Folk Art, and I just painted it because I didn't want to go. These aren't real wood. And I've chosen to do the front and the back. And this is how I painted all of them. If you're new to my channel, welcome. And if you like what you're going to see, please don't forget to subscribe. So, sorry, I was just cleaning my hand because I don't like how these are. And we're going to get back to the back in a few minutes. Well, not in a few minutes. So I'm going to leave this to dry. I could use a dryer, but I'm not going to. I also painted the sides because maybe we decide that we want to decorate the sides. So this is it. I'm going to put it to one side. And let's move on. Now the next, there's going to be different kinds of finishes on the back. Let me move this out of the way because it's annoying. I don't want to spill my water either. Okay, let's try now. Let me go somewhere else and maybe it will clear. Oh. No, I'm not live yet. I see that there's 2 views. Oh no, that's not the one. That says 2 days ago. This is so annoying and I apologize. I'll try again later. Okay, so we'll deal, these are all the backs that have been painted. And on these, actually on the back of these, what I did was I used a texture medium. If you could also, the more comments and actually likes. Yeah, I've done that twice already, Betty. Let's see. This is the 3rd time I shut it down. Hopefully it'll reopen. Okay, we'll give it some time. So I did some texture. These were words that I put on. But you can use, and this was done through a stencil. You don't have to do a stencil. You can just make your own design. I'm going to use this just to see what, actually no, I'm going to use this. This one is a little bit more fun. And I'm using the texture medium by APS, which is on my website. I don't see myself. I still, oh, now I do. Hi, Elizabeth. I did do that twice. Yeah, maybe there is a lag. So I'm going to use the texture medium that's in my store. Thank you for foiling out. And it's a textured paste that's kind of like, what's the word? Marshmallow. Okay, so let's put this like this. You can spray the back of it, but I don't really care if this comes out perfect or not. It's just texture. That's why I said you can just use your palette knife and go up and down, make some peaks. And it doesn't have to be thick either. And then you're going to let this dry. Trying not to pick up too much because those who know me usually know that I pick up so much that I end up with too much. and that's wasteful, and that's one thing I don't like. Almost there. Good morning, Len. How are you? How is Holly? Also, I picked a very small palette knife. I always forget what these are called in English, because they're easier to maneuver. Try and do the top where the tag holder or the ribbon or the thing is, and we're going to leave this to dry. So I have this pattern right now. I'm just going to clean up the edges. You can sand them down later if you wish. I'm going to leave this to dry. And let's just clean. Always make sure you clean your stencils, because it's very hard to keep them in good condition. If you don't, you won't be able to get all the texture from out of there. And maybe have a bowl of water, like this one has tiny holes, not holes, but tiny areas in that may not come out, and we'll probably put it under water when the live is over. Okay. Hi, Hazel. Good morning. Okay, so now we've left that one to dry. This one that we just painted, what you could do if you don't have a stencil is just do this. Let's put some more on. So this is for people who don't have a stencil or who don't want a stencil, to use a stencil. It is easier because you don't have to clean as much. I'm smoothing it out because I'm going to mess it up again. I just want everything to have the same thickness so it can dry, hopefully, so we can use it. And I might have to use my heat gun on this. That's okay. So I'm just going to do peaks, and you can make your own pattern. And it doesn't have to be everywhere. Like, I don't have a lot here, so they didn't make peaks. And maybe for this one, we might use some reindeers, because these look like reindeer hoofs. We're going to put another layer of texture over here. So this one is off to dry as well. So these are the two options, or you can leave it as is. Now on mine, on this one, I already have the writing just like I did here. I'm going to put, actually, I'm just going to paint it so that it dries, because we said we're going to do, thank you, Or I might put this one on. What did I say for the third one? There was 3 things I brought over. Maybe I'll just leave it blank then. This one would be good. Actually, let's use, where's the other reindeer? I'm gonna have to find it. I have a reindeer and I have something else. Now on the front, I got from Etsy some papers. I ordered them. It did take a while because they print them to order. And I ordered some gingerbreads. And I fussy cut them. And we're going to be using these here. But first, I do want to paint this because I don't like the white background. I want a warmer color. So I'm using the Decor Paint Chalky by Pent Art, and it's called Cappuccino, although it looks nothing like cappuccino. And I want a good coat. And I would paint the edges as well at the same time. I just think that white is a bit too stark for this. Yeah, they are kind of cute, and apparently, like the Labubus, they're very much in. I also ordered some Labubus. And I'm going to be doing the Labubu on a another video. I don't see how everyone is going crazy over them, but they are. I'm using this to dry. Just to make sure that when we decide, and if we decide to put a trim, and I'm going to paint the back as well. The front is dry. And it can be a very light coat. It doesn't have to be a heavy coat because we are going to go over them with other things. Now, I've left my texture to dry on this one for quite a bit. I did those, I think, the day before yesterday, just to get them ready and to get into my head what I'm planning to do. Now, you saw the icicle, and I'm using an icicle on one. Any found object that you think is Christmassy, you can use on the back. You can also use, like I did here, a resin piece that I had. Yeah, I think most people know what Labubus are by now. They're all over the place. So this is a piece of resin that I just used, where is it? My heavy body gel, heavy body medium I want to say, but it's heavy body gel and glossy. And then after I applied it with that, I painted it with the same color cappuccino. Let me dry this. Now you can leave it like this, or you can add something. I might add this, but it might be, let me see what this would look like. Let's add it. But I did have two of them, and I want to see where my second one is. If I can't, actually, let me just pull out another one. Maybe I could put a bigger one. Yeah, let's just do, let me see if I can fit both on. No, I'll just do one. I'm going to glue it on again, and I'll show you how I did that with the Heavy Body Gel by Pentart. And this is a better glue as far as I'm concerned than anything else, because it's almost instantaneous. And then we're going to paint him and leave him to dry whilst we work on the front of the bird. Oh, you may not be seeing what I'm doing. I apologize. I just looked. Yep, that's another idea, which I will do probably with the one that I'm waiting for it to dry. Okay, let's put him here. And let's put this away. And paint him. This is made of wood, so I'm not that concerned. And if a little bit of the Heavy Body Gel seeps through, you're fine. It's not going to show with all the texture underneath. Now, if you don't have a little something to put on there, oh, I don't like the real ones either. Oh, absolutely not. Now, you could probably take your time and center this. And so can I, actually. Let me just center it more. Yep. So I'm just going to paint this. I might have to add some more. As I was saying, you can also use resin that you pour specially for this, like a Christmas tree, a Santa, a small Santa. You could use angels, angel wings. You know, the sky's the limit for you to make decisions like what you're going to use. When this dries, I might have to glue it on again because that's what it needs. You don't have to cover all of it. I am, or as much of it as I can. So let me see if this one is dry. No, it's not. It needs a little bit more help. So I'm just going to put it somewhere there. And then I'm going to leave it to dry a little bit more and get it warmed up. I just did the other one. What? There it is. Let me just do this one as well. Okay, we've given it some help. So just leave them to dry. Now for the front, well, we could do this now. No, I'd rather do it all at the end. Now for this, I did not paint it the same color, but I wanted to show you that it would be just too stark white. So I will, oh, there's my other one. Now the other one, the other image that I also liked that I might use is this one. And I also got this from the same place. And actually, I'm probably going to use this one right now. And I did go around the paper. The paper is thicker than rice paper and harder to cut, even with water. So let's just paint this one. I tried to do some things ahead of time, but obviously I can't do everything else, everything. Yeah, I really like those. And I haven't seen those in that size. You don't print them yourself. They send them out. They print them for you. And they send them out. And they're made to order. So I keep putting my paintbrush away when I shouldn't. I don't know. I can't tell. It's not... no, I don't think it's magnolia. It's a thick... It has... no. I'm not going to be selling them, no. If anybody's interested in getting them, I will be more than happy to message them the information. And it's from Etsy. Let's see if this is... This just needed a little bit more paint. And I think we might keep the... What might be a good giveaway? The star or the paper? No, it's not washi paper. I really don't know what kind, but it's not a paper that I have seen before. It's thinner than oh no. I only bought one of these, one paper of these. Okay, so let me just dry this. And then we need to get the decoupage. And I'm just going to try this on. And I'm probably going to blend in the edges. Just making sure they're much thicker than the Royce paper I used yesterday. And her papers are amazing. I'm just going to spray it with a bit of water because it is quite stiff. My sprayer needs changing. And I'm going to place this let me get this is my first time using this paper. Okay, I'm going to dry it and then shape it. Before I can't find my sander, so I'll just use this. Yeah, I do too. They are cute. Now you can, after you put your design, you put decoupage medium on top, and then you would seal it. You can seal it with any varnish. You can add glitter to it. Sorry, I'm not showing you what I'm doing. I keep doing that, and I'm trying to get better at doing this. Okay, I'm going to add some more. Closer. You mean like this? Okay, is that better? And when this dries, we'll finish off the edges. Now, where is this one is dry, almost. And we're going to put the gingerbread on this one. Okay, looks like it's dry. Just want it to cool down for a bit before we put this gingerbread guy. Let me see, there's another one too. Where is he? I'm sure I will find it, just like I found this. Now you can also, and I would suggest that you do this before applying the back side because it's easier to deal with. So I'm going to put this right here. Maybe bring him down just a little bit. And these I can cut off. So let's just use that. And again, I'm going to spray it with water because it is yeah, he is cute, isn't he? Where's my paper that I was using? Push him down. Just going to cut this right here. Not cut it, but sand it off before I apply my decoupage medium. Every time I start, I remember in the center. One day I'll get there. Okay, let's add another coat of the decoupage medium. And this one, because it's a fussy cut, we don't need to apply any color. Because it works well with this one. But we are going to apply color back here, and we're going to antique it. Let me add color to here, and I think I'm going to see how this is going to work if it's dry. Well, the first thing actually I want to do is, if it's dry, is just because these are so thick, I'm just sanding off the edges so that I don't have a big raise. Can you see the difference when you just remove a layer of the paper? I'm going to do it here as well, but here it won't matter as much. And here, I'm just peeling off a thin layer because I feel it's a little bit too thick. So that's another tip that you can use. And here, I need to adjust this just a little bit. I'm not liking how this one is showing up. Oh, it's because it's wet. Let me just try it again. Let me just see now that it's drier. And I know you're supposed to keep the background white when you're decoupaging, but cream works also. Yes, I like this better. And here, oops. I'm going to do something else here, maybe a little bit of brown. Let me see. A tiny, tiny bit of this brown. This is Antiquing Gel Umber. I just want to see if this will work. And just go over it slightly like this. I think that looks good. What do you think? Let's just okay. I'm messing up on the second one. And on these, I'm just going to go over the white areas. And he's done. for right now. Now on the back, is he dry? Yeah. On the back, we're going to use, thank you, we're going to use some water just to apply. I don't want a heavy coat of this bird. So I'm just using the antiquing gel, the same one I used on the front. And on the back end, I'm going to wipe it back. And you can wipe back as much as you want. I don't really want it very dark. I hope I didn't mess up my Jesus there. Yeah, this is wet. Let me just get a piece of something that's not dirty. I'm just cleaning up, and I think what I'd like to do is add a little bit of wax. Let me see which wax I want. This is vintage gold. That would work, or maybe the bronze. No, I think I'll do the gold. Oh, I'm out of screen, I'm sorry. Am I still out of screen? I'm using the the Art Alchemy wax, metallic wax. And I'm just going to just put some on, just to give it a little bit more I don't know if you can see the gold. It's very, very subtle. You don't want a lot of it. Thanks, Elizabeth, because I think what I'm going to do, and I need to remember to do this, is put a tape around my desk to show, just for me to see. Good morning. How are you, our beautiful bride? I'm just antiquing this. I could go over it with some brown, just a little bit. Are you almost ready? Betty, I need to send you the dates where I'm going to be on Kelly Cat's page. And I'm going to go to her page and cross-post to mine. So you might need to, I need someone to be on my page so that if there are any comments. But it's not necessary. I can always go back and... So it's what, 3 more days? Yeah, I bet. Yeah, I saw the picture of Robin and Ron with you guys yesterday. Okay. And there's one done. Yes, I'll send you those. They were only finalized yesterday with Robin and Giselle. So this is the first one that we did. Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure. So I love Robin and Ron. They're great people. Okay, so that's the first one. Now I might go over it because it's a bit too dark here. Yeah, I think I'm going to do this. And then you've got Aruba coming, which is going to be very exciting. So there's one. What do you think? Of course, I'm going to seal this. I have not sealed it yet, but still a bit dry. I mean wet. And I will seal it once it's dried. Now let's do this one where I want to put, well, we've got this one to do, so I'm going to just use my, thank you, Elizabeth, I appreciate that. It's just different ideas to do the front and back, one with texture and one without. And this one also needs to be, there's nothing on the front of this, but I'm just working on the texture. Thank you, Betty. I am not a good fussy cutter. Anything that takes time, like that, is not my ideal cup of tea. But, oh, why did I do that? Okay, we need to do this. Because the color we're going to be using here is, sorry. Oh, she is? You're watching her? Oh my God. See, I'm not allowed to use my phone when I'm with Nicholas. They banned me. They take my phone away. It's not that I use it that often, only when I'm trying to change him and he doesn't want to be changed. And there is something I did want to add. My snow. So even if you don't have your own texture, you can make it. So where is our friend? I'm not using brown. I'm not going to antique it with brown, although I could. I was going to do green. What do you think green will do? It's like an olivey green. Let's try it. It's either that or blue. Just for a change. And don't let me forget not putting the snow on, please. This is also by Penta Art. Let's see how that works. And I might use some. This would be perfect actually for a angel, this color. So maybe I won't use that. Let me see what the star looks like. No, I think the star needs its own blue. Let me just get a blue. A turquoisey blue. Let's try this blue. I know it's a bit too bright, but the other one doesn't do it any justice. Although, we could do this. I do like this. And then the rest of it brown. So mix the two, and then we'll do the other one. Let's do the brown. Oops. And we'll put snow. And that's the gingerbread one, I think. Yes, it is. I'll just put this here because I'm just trying to get it everywhere. And let's wipe it down. I don't want them too dark. See the brown. I want to add more green. I do want him a little bit brown. And then I'm going to add some snow. And let's just, oh dear, I messed this up. I did not clean my knife. After the heavy gel. And the green will still show a little bit. Just want to put some in here. So with all of these, and I'm going to show you the gingerbread one. And let me see, you might have some snow here and on his antlers and on his back. Oops. So I'm just going to leave this one. I'm not going to play with it anymore. So this one, I still need to do the edges. Now you can also add, another idea is you can add some rhinestones. I don't have a brown one. You can also use your gel pen, not gel pen, the pens from Penta, or what are they called? I can't remember. And do some more dots, berries all over here, which I might still do. I didn't change the hangers because I didn't feel I needed to. So this one, and I think I might put some snow on the bird as well, because, well, no, Jesus is walking on water, so. No, I'm going to leave this one as it is. Now for the blue one, with the snowflake, I'm just going to do the front. And let's get the blue, just to see what the blue would look like. And hopefully I can find it. Yes, there it is. This one we haven't done, but it more than likely, contour liner, that's right. Thank you, Elizabeth. So let's just use some of this. I'm not going to paint this the cappuccino color. Let's get another paintbrush. Now, if I had a darker, maybe I could make this a bit darker. What if I added brown on top? Maybe I should have done brown first. But I just wanted to give you the idea. Oh, wrong place. Yeah, I love the contour liner. And this one might be a Santa one. get one of these and just see how the snowflake will look. Let's just see. Now, I think it needs a plain background. I think it needs a painted blue background without anything else. So that's another tip we've just learned today. So I'll just go over everything we've used. With this one, we used the, and I do like this. This would look great with a pink Santa. This is the patina blue. We used the olive on the bottom. And we used the umber at the top. We used the umber on the top here and with a little bit of gold. We put some snow, and this needs to dry. I think the edges need to be done. And then finally we've done the gingerbread and Jesus. Now I might use a contour liner in gold to go over this. And the back side is the bird. We also did the textured one without any stencil, just with the texture paste and the olive antiquing gel. So I hope you've enjoyed this. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. I will see you next week. And for another either Christmas or Thanksgiving live. Take care, everyone. Bye.